Hey, dude, Garth Brooks.
As we go a little something like little something like this.
It's all about the good, bad, love, hate.
Plucking Petals.
Hello, folks. Welcome to another episode. I think this is episode 3 now.
This will be 3 live.
The Plucking Petals podcast with James and Kyle. I'm Kyle.
I'm James.
How have you been?
I've been really good.
Good.
Yes.
Do you want to elaborate? Or
Oh, no.
I've
been working, enjoying it, and then apparently we've both been grooving this week on Lil Dicky.
That's right.
Oh, my God. I love him. I've always liked rap as a style, but I'm a privileged white guy that grew up with not a lot of those typical hardships. So I had a hard time relating to a lot of it. So, I would like it, but then wouldn't come back to it because I love Lil Dicky because he's a privileged white guy that raps about being a privileged white guy.
He's very funny. His cadence is really good. It's very choppy. It's very like a barrage kind of thing. I really like it. You sent it to me, so I can't take credit of finding Lil Dicky, but clearly most of YouTube has found them because
its credit goes to Reddit. Like, that's where I saw it.
Yeah, and it's really good. It's like, I like funny rap once in a while, and it's very funny, but it's also, well, you said it's relatable.
Well, he's a very good lyricist. I don't want to just upplay him being like a joke. When I originally saw him, he had that ex-boyfriend video. It's kind of just humorous, and then even though being a white guy is awesome video,
exactly,
which is more humorous.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was a fun little joke. But then he came out with this is his first real album.
Yeah.
And
I think he made a mixtape before
album.
that. I don't know how much
it had the Star of David. I don't know.
Okay.
I saw it on YouTube.
Gotcha. Yeah, I really like. If you guys want to listen to him, I recommend Professional Rapper.
Yeah, it features
Snoop Dogg,
who was Snoop Lion for like a week.
Yeah, 2 weeks tops, and then But this Lil Dicky song with him is fantastic. His rapping is fantastic. I don't know. All right,
let's stop this plug we're not getting compensated for. So you've been busy.
Episode 3.
You've been busy. Why don't you talk about what you've been doing? You did some cool stuff.
If cool stuff, you mean that I made us an email address. I did. That was pretty cool. And then I made a Twitter account for us today.
Sweet.
And
maybe I should make a personal Twitter account.
You can do that. You can just use our Twitter account, which I'm just going to start plugging stuff. Our email now is pluckingpetalspodcast@gmail.com.
Sweet.
And then our Twitter is plucking_petals, because apparently someone has Plucking Petals.
Well, I think the underscore looks better.
It does. Yeah. It looks pretty hacksaw.
Because I'm baby aspirin on pretty much everything, and I always do the baby underscore aspirin. I like it better than the one word.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like it. I don't know what else I've really been up to.
Come on. We missed because you were busy with editing your pretty awesome 48-hour film.
Oh, yes. I thought we talked about that last time. Oh, yeah. Okay, so, sorry, it's been a little bit since it all happened. So we filmed it, all that stuff, and we showed it, and you were there, and your girlfriend was there, and many people were there, and they liked it, and not enough to get any awards, apparently, but people enjoyed it. We got I don't think I even told you this yet, but we got an honorable mention for the special effects on our short film.
Oh, the
thing.
The head exploding.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, the head exploding portion of Peacock. Right now we are working on... We have all the files transferred over. Our one buddy is kind of fixing it up a little more, sound quality-wise and stuff, to make it a little more presentable. And then we're going to put it on YouTube, so I will provide a link for that. But yeah, it was for those who are just joining us for the first time. I did a 48-hour film festival with a bunch of friends from college, and... we made a film, and it was fun, and yeah, that's pretty much about it. I don't know, I moved out. I live in a place in Lakewood now with my buddy, and that's pretty fun, and I've been drinking, and yeah, and that's about it.
Yeah. No, that's
not really
exciting.
Playing games, but...
So let's talk about the 40-hour film a little bit.
Okay, we can talk.
So I like that... yours was good.
Yeah.
I think it was legitimately good.
Yeah.
I think it should have been up there, but then I started thinking about it, I legitimately really liked it, but maybe I liked it because I'm friends with him, and I'm friends with him because we have similar senses of humor.
This is true.
Yeah. But I will say, when you told me the mermaid people won, so there was this 48-hour film with some plot about trying to get, a mermaid back to Lake Erie or something.
Mermaid.
Yeah. So I'm not saying I know this, but the point of a 40-hour film is you have to have those 4 criteria to basically prove you don't cheat.
Correct.
Let's say yours were Jumper Cables, a stand-up comedian, a really generic white person name, and
then some line of dialogue.
Yeah.
I forget what it was.
So the film that made it to the finals, I don't know how far they did it, had a completely unrelated film to any of those things, and then for like 6 seconds had a guy, one of their characters, watching TV that happened to be a stand-up comedian with that name, with jumper cables around his neck, who said the line.
Yeah.
So
it was pretty...
You could have very easily made a film that was really good,
and then just
add that in the end. Yeah.
So I guess that if we're going to do this, I don't know. I don't want to look it up right now. Next time we'll talk about it. But I think they won something or got noted. I know they have. So what happens is there are 3 groups of films, and then they have a best of screening, and that was in our original screening, and then it went to the best of screening. So it's kind of, I mean, it was without knowing that it was a 40-hour film thing. I thought it was a pretty good thing. Like, but it had nothing to do.
No, it was funny.
It was good.
I liked
it,
was but they cheated. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like they kind of like, and it sucks because since it did so well, like now it doesn't give me hope to the fact if we do it next year, if we're even going to try to use those elements.
I'll do it. Hey,
so,
come on,
it's just like, it's kind of shitty in that regard, but. Someone else won from some other group that we didn't even see. I'm sure it's on YouTube. We'll talk about it more when I totally forgot that we did that. Thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate it.
I know because we talked about you doing it, but now we had been to the screening.
Yes. So, I forget our lapse in time right now. We're kind of jumping schedules and,
Yeah, we missed. We try to record this every other week.
This is true. And it sometimes doesn't work, whether it be we don't have the room time-wise or we don't have the room in general at the library to do this. So there's a lot of factors that go into play, or I am just busy, or James is busy doing his cool things like brewing beer and being happy. So, things like that. So we, time lapses for now. Hopefully we'll try to get on more of a normal schedule, perhaps. Yeah. We'll see what happens when we start, you guys will start hearing this, everything will be happy. But yes, the 40-hour film festival is good. I got an email today from them saying that they asked if we wanted to sign up for a 40-hour horror film festival thing, and I really don't want to do that.
So I'm going to just say I think horror films are generally garbage.
Okay.
Like everyone trying to get into film just tries to make a horror film because really it's like the bald joke. It is the low-hanging fruit of trying to make a movie.
Okay.
And I just... I almost feel like, 48 hour, if I pulled horror, I would be, pissed. Because
you'd be shit out of luck.
Yeah, I think it's really, really hard to do a good horror film, but, really, really easy to do a mediocre horror film, which is why everyone does them.
Well, they're really good. Selling-wise, PG-13 horror movies are, the highest selling in theaters ever.
Yeah, it's probably, the easiest input for the amount back you get. You don't really have to put in that much effort. You make your money back with a little bit of profit.
Oh, yeah. They make a fucking killing off that shit sometimes. But, I mean, I would like to do it. I just don't. I don't have the time for it. Nor do I think that I can make I don't think I could successfully write a horror movie and do everything in 48 hours and make it something that I could be like, I made this.
Yeah.
So, if they give me more time, I love horror, as it's probably one of my favorite genres of film. But I don't think I could do it justice. And for that, I'm going to have to back out until next year.
So when I think about the most fun I have had watching horror films, it was always ones that were abysmally bad.
Okay.
That we have a good time watching with your friends. Yeah. Or it's like a saber-toothed tiger that has no back legs. Or a chupacabra snuck aboard a cruise ship. They're great. The sci-fi ones.
Yeah, the sci-fi ones are ridiculous. I don't know. Did we talk about Sharknado?
Yeah.
Was that one of the ones that we never released?
I don't know.
It's probably one. I can't keep track anymore. I don't know. What was the last good horror movie that you saw then? Can you even remember?
Okay, this is going a while back. In high school, the horror movie that I could not get to sleep was Spanish. It was called Rec, the record button on a camera.
Oh, yeah.
And they made a terrible remake of it called Quarantine with Dexter's sister from Dexter.
Yep.
No, it didn't. It hit all of the wrong notes. But Rec that night, dude, I didn't sleep. It was well done.
I have seen Quarantine. I have not seen record or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know how to
I
say it.
assume it's record because it's on a camera.
Yeah.
But the best part of quarantine, I think it was quarantine, was it's shot POV, that's why it's the record thing, and they're going through this apartment they're all stuck in, and they kick open this door, and this zombie guy jumps out, and this firefighter takes a sledgehammer and just fucking wails on this guy's head. Just like one, like, Frank West good sledgehammer just straight to the dome. I'm like, that was the best part of this film. I love it. The last good one that I probably saw, more recent, was The Babadook, which I highly
that was
recommend.
on Netflix. My buddy watched it. I should probably give that a shot.
It was good. I reckon that one was like, that was the last one I remember. It, like, I was laying down at night and I looked up at the ceiling and I go, oh fuck. Like, damn it. It got me. Like, it's just that feeling that you get. It takes a while. I think the next one I want to watch is this one that was highly recommended, was called It Follows. I don't know much about it, but I've heard it's very good. So
yeah, I stupidly watched a spoiler review of that movie
All
without
right.
watching that movie. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it.
I want to watch it this week.
But they it was the Red Letter Media people that do the Plinkett reviews on their like not Plinkett and they liked it enough. Yeah.
Have you ever seen the YouTube series like Everything Wrong With, and then like
Yeah.
they do a movie? Jason and I tried to watch the new Transformers the other day.
Is that the one with Marky Mark?
Yeah, and Kelsey Grammer's in it, Frasier's in it, and just like a bunch of random people, like Stanley Tucci's in it and shit. I think he watched it way more than I did, but I think we got to like the 2-hour mark, which by the way, it's almost 3 hours long.
Okay, so yeah, Elise was watching it one day.
Yeah.
And then she had to leave and go to work right as I was getting home. So
Okay.
she watched like the first 2.5 hours, and I just watched the end fight scene
Yeah.
with no idea what was going on. All of the robots already look the same. Now I
Yeah.
don't have any context for who any of them are. Why is Optimus Prime on a dinosaur? I don't get it.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I still don't know. I still don't understand. But yeah, you need to watch those. They do the Everything Wrong With, and they have a 2-parter, and they do like, they have extra bonus rounds of like them showing all the product placement, and then them doing all the explosions,
Oh, that
and
sounds
just
fun.
like, oh, all right. Clearly this podcast is turning into what's good on YouTube today, James and
Yeah.
Kyle. This is going fantastic. So let's switch this up a little bit. What are you liking this week, sir?
So I've been reading The Selfish Gene by Richard Dawkins because I'm really into evolution. So I'm going to bring in, I like altruism.
Okay.
I think it's cool.
Can you explain to me what altruism
Yeah,
is?
it's, behaviors or ideas that help other people, and often at the expense to like your own well-being or at least time or resources.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you can picture an ideal society, one we're trying to have in like the Western world, the first world, where like each member kind of acts altruistic enough that we have, a society that's really good for each individual as well as the group. So when people are kind of down on their luck, they're taken care of. It doesn't mean you just instantly die. Like,
Okay.
hey, like a welfare state.
Yeah.
Whether, I know that sounds kind of like a right-wing propaganda term for it, but
Yeah.
it's kind of neat. So, I was, looking up stuff for altruism to prepare for this podcast, and Ayn Rand, who wrote, Atlas Shrugged, who's apparently the, like, right-wing people all, like, love her in that book, just really hates altruism. There was, like, a ton of stuff of her sure bashing it. So, she has this series of letters, I guess, called The Virtue of Selfishness.
Okay.
So she got some pretty fun quotes from it. America's inner contradiction was the altruist collectivist ethics. Altruism is incompatible with freedom, with capitalism, and individual rights. One cannot combine the pursuit of happiness with the moral statute of a sacrificial animal. Yeah, so she doesn't like it.
Wow.
Now there's one word, a single word, which can blast the morality of altruism out of existence. A word which it cannot withstand, and that is the word why. So she just thinks like reason.
Why help people?
Yeah, why?
When
Like
it
what
inconveniences
rational
you?
reason is there for altruism?
I don't know. Clearly,
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah. So, I mean, these are kind of the arguments she goes against it. It's like unnatural, and like people always like, it's just their stupid like morality getting in the way. It's incompatible with like real life. But yeah, I'm gonna just bash her a little bit here because
Do those,
I brought this in.
Does this woman have children?
I have no idea about Ayn Rand's personal life.
Because if she has children, that means that she is performing altruism, correct? Am I not understanding?
Well, I mean,
this?
it's your own genes, so that can be considered selfish, but
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, the first time I ever heard of Ayn Rand was playing Left 4 Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Because Francis, he always is like, I hate
Yeah.
things. I don't remember what chapter it's in, but he's just like, I hate Ayn Rand. Like, oh, who is that?
Well, I guess, that is... Left 4 Dead is a very altruistic game now that I think about it. Now everything that I'm going to pick... Now everything the next week and a half, I'm going to be like, man, that was very altruistic. It's going to be my new favorite word. I'm excited. Now I want to play Left 4 Dead. You want to play Left 4 Dead?
Yeah. I like that you can replay all of the old chapters in Left 4 Dead 2 with the new Infected and Survivors.
It's great.
But let me start taking these down.
Okay.
So I think Ayn Rand's biggest problem in the arguments against altruism here, the initial thing is it's a straw man. Like, I hate absolute arguments. Like,
okay.
So you can have something without being the exact stream of it. You can be wet without drowning. Like,
correct.
Drowning exists, but you can also be wet without drowning. So I just think that she's like throwing out these absolutists. But she also says that it can only be explained because of morality. This is like totally not true. So think about what human society was like for, I don't know, some say we've been around 1 million years, anywhere in between that and 100,000.
Why not?
So like a ridiculous amount of time, like most of human history, we're living in small little groups of like 50 people. Mm-hmm. Well, if I have some altruistic genes that tend me to behave altruistically, well, the people around me are probably going to be my family, and they have the same genes.
Yeah.
So that means that like, oh no, I'm down on my luck, I probably won't make it through this on my own, but the people around me will have the altruistic genes, and they'll help me through.
Okay.
And then, another group of people with selfish genes, like genes that don't predispose them to altruism.
Yeah.
Well, something bad happens, they just like say fuck it and let that guy go, and his genes don't pass on. So there can be an advantage to like a group of people
in a
just
way,
mathematically. Yeah. And so like you don't have to be, actually it'd probably be bad to be perfectly altruistic, because then you don't concern any time or effort for yourself, and you're not going to pass on your genes, and then this go away.
Yeah. So you come like a flash in the pan, basically.
Yeah. So you just kind of settle into basically, I will be this amount altruistic toward my immediate family, a little bit less altruistic to extended family, and less altruistic still toward strangers.
Okay.
And so you'll get a society that kind of settles in. And then so when you live as like a tribal group with like 50 people, that setup of like 50 people supporting each other is better than 50 individuals competing against each other that just happen to live near each other.
Okay.
So you can say like, completely devoid of morality or any of that kind of stuff. There's just mathematically there is a reason for human beings to be altruistic. Yeah. So it's cool. It just, when people are strong, they can help people that are weak. So then life is always changing. Yeah.
It's a cycle. It's a circle of life, as Lion King would say.
Yeah.
So I don't understand what this woman's problem is then. Is it just the fact that helping people who are less fortunate just makes her angry?
Well, she is the perfect... Like, I'm not saying capitalism is bad, but Republicans tried really, really hard harp on her like it's all about do everything for yourself. It's your individual strengths that will lead you to being the best, and that's what's best for society, because only the strong people are succeeding, and then therefore society will be strong because they'll continue on. Yeah. Yeah.
It sounds cool, but in reality, it does not work like that. So.
You could, but it'd be a really dark society.
It'd be very violent and rapey, probably. Many people probably raped to death. I don't know. I'm just thinking of like really weird, dark things. Cedar Point would probably be shut down. Awful, awful society. Yeah. Cedar Point is a roller coaster. Oh no, it's America's Roller Coaster. I think that's what it's. Nope, you're looking at me like
it might be. I've never heard that before.
I don't want to look it up right now, but I'm pretty sure Cedar Point's saying is America's Roller Coaster, but it is a roller coaster. I don't know area. It's an amusement park. I don't know why I lost that word in my head. It's not very altruistic of me. I'm using it. All the time. No, it works like that. It works like that.
Oh my God! You just use words that you've heard before without knowing what they mean. Now you're just being transcendent. That was from Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. Did you see the Dragon Ball Z movie that just came out on theater?
I didn't see the movie. I saw that it did come out, though.
Yeah, I think Jason's seeing it tonight at like 7. We're already past that point. But he told me, he's like, I need to go see this movie. Let's go. It's Dragon Ball Z. So, yeah. I would have gone. I grew up with Dragon Ball Z. That being said, I've watched the first few episodes of the new series. Mm-hmm. It's terrible. Is that the new one that like just started? Yeah, this one that just started in July. It's not good. It's not fun to watch. Nothing interesting's happening. Well, I mean, it doesn't. I don't watch Dragon Ball, so I don't know what's going on. But doesn't it take like the joke is like it takes like 6 episodes for them to like fight?
Yeah, that is the joke.
So I mean, you got a couple more episodes to go, right?
They're like pacing it better. You know, part of that first problem was I guess it was one of the comic books at the same time. And so the show didn't want to get ahead of the comic book.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so they just filled it up with, like, nonsense.
Yeah.
So they're not doing that, but it's just... I don't even know if I went back and, like, watched Dragon Ball Z now, would I actually...
think it would hold up?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I like DBZ Abridged a lot, though.
DBZ Abridged is good. I haven't seen a DBZ Abridged in... Oh, man, since the androids came...
And they're not that much further.
The brother and sister.
They only release, like, one 10-minute episode every 2 months or so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
okay, so I can probably catch up tonight if I want to.
Yeah, if you wanted to.
Back to YouTube Corner with James and Kyle. Talk about cool YouTube stuff every day. All right. So, yeah. So, altruism sounds like a pretty cool idea. I like helping people.
Yeah.
I think it makes me feel good on the inside.
But I like it's a thing. It's good for people, you know, in certain ways. But that you can have it. It's not just some like moralistic ideal. There's like a rational reason for altruism.
Yeah, exactly. And who's the name? Ayn Rand.
Ayn Rand. I'm not sure how to say it. It's AYN space RAND.
AYN.
Yeah.
That's Ayn Rand.
I think it's Ayn, but I'm not sure. It might be Anne. It might be Ayn Rand. Ayn Rand.
Mine,
I don't know.
I'm just gonna
You're
keep trying different things.
Yeah.
Ayn Rand. Okay, that's fine. Do we have her email? Can we email her? What's her email?
She might be dead.
Our email is pluckingpetalspodcast@gmail.com. Boom. Segue. Here we go. Yeah. Can you look it up? Do you have internet?
She died in 1982.
So she has an email?
She is not a very fortunate looking person.
All right, hold on. Oh boy. See, if altruism would have happened, she would have probably gotten better teeth. I don't know.
No.
I'm trying.
All right, let's go.
I'm really trying here. I'm learning words. Words are fun.
Cool.
Cool. Would you like for me to do my like or dislike first?
We've never done a dislike first. Will it spoil your like if we do your dislike first?
No, I think it's probably appropriate.
All right, let's do it.
So what had happened was the other day, I bought myself a new beard trimmer as a housewarming gift because I'm an adult now and I don't buy stupid stuff for myself besides a beard trimmer. So I bought a cool beard trimmer, got 4.5-star review on Amazon, came Prime. Those are all good things that happen. I went home, opened it up, started using it. Everything was going pretty okay. And then at one point, I looked myself in the mirror. I noticed that there was 2 lines that went from my neck to my mustache. So it went through my beard. There's just 2, it looked like just someone took a razor to them.
Racing stripes.
Yeah, they're racing stripes. I wasn't racing anything at all. And so I began to panic. And I started to shave my beard lower and trim it lower and lower. And turns out that the only way it would be equal to these 2 cool fucking racing stripes is that if I just put on the lowest setting and just took it all
You
off.
baby-faced it.
I baby-faced it.
Yeah.
So I am very mad at the beard trimmer. Now, I tried to save it in the regards of me doing a goatee. Made me look like I was 55 and that I sexually assault people.
Oh, so you look like our picture on the podcast artwork.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really excited about that too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that. But yeah, so I just kept trying to save it. I tried to do the mustache. It wasn't working either. So I had to shave it all off. And I told, I yelled for Jason to get out of his room to come look at me. And he looked at me just a shock and horror. And he's like, I don't think I've ever seen you without a beard before. And it's been over 2 years.
Now you know
since
Jason's struggle.
I know. Now I know. If you're listening to this, Jason, for now, you don't have a beard, but I'm working on mine, so it makes me happy. But yeah, so I baby-faced it because of my dumb fucking beard trimmer, and it pisses me off. Now, because of that...
So, okay, I gotta ask.
Okay.
Was it a beard trimmer problem, or did you set it wrong?
No, it was a beard trimmer problem.
Okay.
I know how to trim beards. I think I've been doing it for a
You know how
while
to shrimp
now.
beards?
It must. I don't know if it's
jumbo
just
shrimp.
I don't know if it's just a new one. I wasn't using it properly, but I've never had a beard trimmer take 2 lines out of something like that. So I'm like, I don't know if it was just. I'm so afraid to try it again because I don't want this to happen.
I don't know.
I went to work the next day because that's what you do, and I got made fun of all day. Probably for actually a full week. I'm just starting to not get made fun of anymore. It's been about a week and a half now, and they're calling me babyface. And is it if it's bring your child to work day today? Does my dad know that I'm here? Do you have a work permit, kid?
That's funny.
Is it nap time? There was a slew of insults.
Keep going. These are good.
Was it like, do you need chocolate milk anytime soon?
Nah, they're getting redundant.
I know. They're just like, they kept playing out. My favorite was, is it bring your child to work day? But yeah, it's just like, it made me feel really bad about myself. Everything was cold. Life was cold. Like the wind hit my face and I couldn't, it hurt. I don't know. I can't. I'm slowly growing it back. Now I look like I'm about 19. So as the days progress, I look like
it's actually reached a point where
it's getting there. I think by the end of the weekend it'll be fine. Yeah. So, and I'm touching Nugs' back and I'm very happy. But yeah, like they make fun of me at work and I don't it sucks because I can't retort back because it's just like, well, I lost my beard so I don't have any power here. Like it sucks. So yes, bad beard trimmers are awful, awful things.
I actually, a mutual friend of ours, Bethany, got married. And Does she
have a bad beard trimmer?
She has a terrible beard trimmer. But for that wedding, I went baby-faced because of a similar issue.
It hurts.
One of the guards, I had a beard trimmer. It was like a decent one. Had snapped off, and I didn't notice.
Oh no!
And so it was like beard trimmed, and then same thing, strip of baby face. And so it's like we got to take this thing all the way down.
No, it hurts, man. It's like because it takes a while to grow a beard. It takes a while to grow a good beard. So when you lose that beard, it's like losing a child. To me, I
recently did that too because mine got to the point where it's like it was long and curly, and it's like we either got to start doing something with this.
Yeah.
Or can I back down? I'm like, you know what? I'll deal with this problem later. So I trimmed it, and then we'll see what happens when it gets there again.
Yeah. I don't like looking like I'm 12 either. It doesn't make me feel good. I get carded more. I don't like getting carded. One less step to getting alcohol for me is a lot better than taking more steps for that, I guess. I don't really have a good thing. I think it's altruism. I don't really.
She said word for everything.
When I'm lacking words, I'm just gonna use altruism now. I'm gonna sound like the coolest kid at school.
Yeah.
But yeah, so bad beard trimmers are my problem. The last 2 weeks right now.
No, it's a big problem.
It is, and I was looking online about just like beard trimming accidents, and I came up with like a bunch of like Yahoo answers. They're like, I had a beard trimming accident. Is there any way I can save it with a goatee? And like people would like rate the guy's picture. And they're like, you could probably save it, or like it doesn't look good. And then like people on Instagram are like, I had a horrible beard trimming accident. This is the after effect, and it's just like no hair. It was awful. It was like watching the Sarah McLachlan like In the Arms of Our Angels like dogs and cats commercial. Like I should have been on there. And I should have been like in her lap just crying, but like this kid needs a beard. Like, give him his beard back.
Just $1 a day.
Yeah,
Can give Kyle his beard back.
God damn it! Don't buy Phillips. This is my anti-endorsement for today.
Do I have an anti-endorsement? I can't think of one. I know there's tons of things I hate. Ayn Rand.
Ayn Rand sounds cool.
Yeah, Ayn Rand.
Ayn Rand.
That'll be my rapper name.
Ayn Rand.
I'm Ayn Rand.
I'm Ayn Rand. What it do? And then air horns go off.
We getting freaking totally free market up in this bitch.
Oh shit! Anti-altruism raps.
Get rid of that government regulation.
More air horns and then just police sirens. I don't know why I'm moving my hands while I'm doing this, but I am. It happens. Anyways, that was just my personal gripe for this week, so I had to share it with everyone. Let's bring it up a little bit. What's your like for this week?
That was my like, was the first one we did.
Oh, yeah, it was. Oh, my God, I'm so dumb.
You were the worst.
We kept talking about how
Who's Frodo Baggins, Kyle?
I'm such a bad host. Oh, my God. We kept talking about how bad Ayn Rand was, so
yeah.
I just kind of like,
my brain,
it just assumed things.
Oh, I could have done Ayn Rand and saved some time. I wouldn't have had to look up a second thing.
I know. Well, what's your dislike?
So my dislike
I'm so bad at this.
Is abstinence only sex education.
Okay.
And I swear to God, I picked these topics out on Saturday.
Okay.
Or no, it was actually during the day Sunday. Mm-hmm. And then I woke up Monday morning and my little phone's like, hey, John Oliver uploaded a video and his topic was on sex education in schools.
Okay.
I swear to God I picked it first. I'm not doing this because of that. That being said, I'm going to rip off his facts blindly because it was a good source.
I was going to ask about that because
Yeah.
when you told me, because I think we texted Monday about it, and like that came out that was on the Tumblr blogs.
Yeah.
I believe even your girlfriend reblogged a bunch of John Oliver sex education things. So when I saw that, I'm like, oh, someone's out of ideas.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be as good as my beard trimming likes. I don't understand.
All right, so we'll get into like his things, but the reason that it was the inverse of altruism is because, like I said, there's an evolutionary advantage for altruism, like in the tribal societies, where you're like really only around people with the same genes or like people that are similar mindset. But because we have this welfare state, like there is a huge selective advantage for people that just don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Because if I have, let's say 100,000 years ago, 50,000 years ago, one more baby than I can take care of, someone's dying. Like,
this is true.
Yeah. So now you just have like a situation where people can literally just be like professionally pregnant.
Yeah.
When they're not have no source of income, no prospects.
Like,
and
you can be surrogates.
Yeah, and those babies will be taken.
About?
No, not being surrogates. I mean, I was using it like in a derogatory means.
Yeah. Wait, what was that word again?
Now you're just being altruistic.
I know.
Like,
surrogates.
Yeah.
Are you talking about people who like just have children
that are just like constantly pregnant because they just don't give a fuck?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and so like,
because it's your birthday.
Yeah, because that would in the past except for very recently, that just meant, oh, you die and your kids die.
Yeah.
At least your kids die, you probably die too.
Yeah.
Like, but now it's just like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, you can put them on the doorsteps. Like, that's how, like, Alvin the Chipmunk started. Like, they put the chipmunks in front of Dave's
And we all saw how bad that ended up, so come on.
They became recording legends. Legends.
Yeah, and so one of the biggest arguments against using birth control is it's unnatural.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, birth control isn't natural.
Hey, same with GMOs. Look at that call back. Look at that call back. All
Dude,
right.
that's what I think in our little art that I love, but we just all look so morose, which fits the tone.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I'm always angry when we do this. I should have like the pointy eyebrows. Yeah.
I'll add really shitty pointy eyebrows to it. It'll be good. It'll be worth our time and energy.
Yeah. Where was I going with this?
I don't know. You tell me.
Right. Birth control is unnatural.
Yeah.
But so is the welfare state. So if you want to have, I think it's good. I think altruism is a good thing. I love that we live in a society where you really can't have moments of just weakness.
Yeah.
And that's just not fatal. Like, you can be picked up from that and go on to do things.
Okay.
But if we're going to have that, we got to have birth control. We can't just have people having babies, having babies, having babies.
Are you saying that we should be injecting them mandatory?
No,
for birth
that is
control?
not what I'm saying.
Okay.
So, like, let's get back to the education. There was the 22 states have anything to say about it, and only 13 states say you actually have to give factual information about sex in schools in these programs.
What is sex? What does it do?
You know what? I'm not sure. It's something I read on Tumblr where it's like fluid, and I'm pretty sure I'm an Apache. I identify as a Super Saiyan Apache.
Oh, that sounds right for sex.
Okay.
I mean, that sounds correct to me.
That's what Tumblr is.
Yeah, that's what Tumblr is. Questionnaires, perfect. It's like MySpace again. I'm excited about Tumblr now.
People are looking at us.
That's fine.
Anyways.
They're all looking at us.
They were. Anyways.
They're all looking at us.
They're totally hot. There's lots of beautiful women just giving me their phone numbers.
There's also a pool in here and beach balls and I don't know.
Our recording studio's in the back of a limo. Yeah, let's go with some Smash Mouth.
That's Smash Mouth. All right, see, everything's good. It's party zone. You can't tell, but I'm wearing sunglasses this whole time. There's a flamingo in the corner too, just hanging out, doing his thing. Anyways, back to sex and what is it good for?
So, you got a bunch of teenagers who are dumb.
Yeah.
And they don't know any better.
Yeah.
And because evolution's lazy, the same hormones that develop you go through puberty, baby into adult, are the same hormones that it drives sexual desire.
Yeah.
So you got a bunch of horny teenagers that don't have developed brains that just want to do dumb things that feel good. Yeah. And so our schools are being like, well, just don't do it. But that doesn't prepare them at all. It's like, it's, there's like this metaphor that I can't remember perfectly, but it's like, if you don't want someone to drown, you don't just tell them don't ever go near a body of water. You teach them how to swim.
Yeah.
So,
you can get wet, but there's a difference between getting wet and drown. I am on fire today. I got a full night's of rest. Anyways, these callbacks are crazy right now.
I've been up since 4, so I just think it's hilarious.
That's fine. Good. Because I don't think these are funny at all. But keep going.
That's fine.
All right.
And maybe they're not. Like I said, I'm gonna laugh
funny,
at anything.
And you just like me, and I like you, and that's why they work for us. We don't even have to put this episode out. It really doesn't. It's gonna be only for us. I don't really care. Okay, so I keep interrupting because things happen about sex. So the wet water drowning.
Yeah, the metaphor is basically you got to teach them about it. That condoms are very, very effective. They can fail, but it's absolutely the right thing to do. Like how to put them on, and then the pill is great because then you won't have kids. Plus, there's some health benefits, I guess. I don't have to deal with the girly stuff.
Yeah.
But I like fart noises. But God, that made me lose my train of thought because you giggled. I would have been fine.
I'm an adult. I love fart
Yeah,
stuff.
and so I'm not bashing abstinence. I think it's a good decision, but it's just if you're in a situation where shit is just gonna happen, it's better to be prepared and I know it's better to be prepared and not need it than in a situation where you don't have whatever it is and you need it.
I mean, we can always just castrate the kids too.
I guess
they
we
won't
could.
need anything.
All right, Hitler, literally Hitler.
Look, okay, I'm all about that altruism. I'm just trying to
help
everyone
wait. We're bashing
out.
Tumblr, and I just used literally Hitler in a real way. I'm sorry. Tell me a girl on a magazine cover looks pretty.
This girl in the magazine.
You're literally Hitler. Okay, that feels better.
She's pretty and she believes in herself.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's objectifying women. She's not doing what you want. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Sorry, I'm keep getting off track because I'm excited about learning about sex today. So I just get pumped about things like this.
This is so not. It's okay. That's fine. I shouldn't read. Why did I take notes? And I don't know. That was dumb.
Was it on your laptop? Do you have sex notes in there? Do you want to give me sex notes?
All right.
Like what to do?
What was it? All right, we're good.
Abstinence.
Yeah. So teach kids about sex. Abstinence only education doesn't work. They've tons of studies, federal and at the state level, have showed if you teach kids abstinence only, it doesn't stop them from having sex. And then there are those purity pledges. Mm-hmm. In a small amount of children, it actually pushes back the average age of intercourse by about 7 months. But the ones that break it, or when they finally do, are less likely to use birth control and make more kids.
You just want to keep going. And it starts that cycle again.
Yeah.
And we have to altruism them to survive.
So is that going to be a thing now? Is just you're going to use the word altruism for
I'm just gonna start
any
using
context?
Words that you say, and I'm just going to start every week, whatever you bring in.
You need to be more terse.
Yeah. Was that on that Let Me Freak song? Because that's the only way I've heard that terse word before. Yeah.
It is in that song.
Yeah, I've heard it twice in my life. It's not that's the only thing I don't like about that song is that word terse feels so out of place from the rest of his rapping. It's such a non-rap word.
It was perfect for explaining her behavior though.
I agree, but it's just the rest of his. He's talking about having sex with her and boners and stuff, and then he says the word terse, and I'm like.
But it's perfect. You just talked about how women do that to you all the time. Short, abrupt, one-word answers. Yeah, I'm fine. Nothing's wrong.
Yeah,
men can do that too. I'm not trying to be sexist, but we're both heterosexual males, so we experience it with women.
Yes.
No disrespect. But terse is the perfect. It is so. It is the right word to explain that. Fine, nothing.
Okay,
that's terse.
I'm going to use terse and altruism more often this week, and it's going to be super fun. And then I'm going to talk to ladies about sex and all the sex moves I know. I'm going to be a real good sex person, and it's going to be the best. Did you learn abstinence only sex?
Yeah, I went to a private school. I went to one of those Catholic ones.
No rules.
Yeah, so everything I leared there was
rules, a lot
totally
of rules.
Factually incorrect.
Yeah.
I remember learning that condoms don't help prevent STDs, and then they drew a picture of a sperm and how big it was, and then the meshing in the condoms was big, so HIV could get through, but sperm couldn't. So at least they told us it helped prevent birth control, but they were but it doesn't help against STDs because they get through.
Wow.
But factually, they reduced the risk of HIV by 97%.
Yeah, they're pretty good at that. That's why they're in business, the condom business. I mean, that just doesn't. I don't know. So I went to public school, and from what I remember, they told us that, like, they never taught us how to use a condom or anything like that. They told us it was, like, available and we could get them. But they, like, definitely steered away from us being like, oh, you guys can bang like rabbits. They're like, well, if things happen and, like, you guys really want this to happen, like, this is how it kind of... But it was, like, also more leaning towards, like, but seriously, don't do this. Like, we can't tell you to do this.
Yeah, which,
so.
I mean, this is fine. Like, I'm not bashing abstinence. You don't need to go around and bang. Like, but I'm just saying...
Yeah, you don't need to smash. I just want to say other words. I'm an adult, guys. I'm 25 years old, and I use this word smash.
I'm sorry. Everyone I hang out with is 25. I used to be the youngest person ever because I had that July birthday and got pushed, like, the year ahead. And then now, just, like, the people I'm brewing with, everyone's my brother's age. She's 3 years younger than me. Like,
those monsters.
Yeah.
How is brewing going?
It's going really well.
Are you guys making anything new?
So... no, I mean, like, all that... Oh, the brewery in general is, but me and I work with a guy named Corey.
Okay.
We just make the speed merchant that goes out in cans.
Yeah.
That's all we make. But that beer we talked about called Hubris, the septuple IPA,
yes.
They call it a quadruple, but they used hop like 8 times in the little advertisement for it. So I would think they should just call it an octuple IPA, man.
Yeah.
Like, since triple doesn't mean anything in that respect, just
octopus
go as high as you
IPA.
want. A Google IPA. It's a Google IPA.
That's fine. That's fine. I was gonna ask you something, but
yeah, I'll make out.
Okay, that sounds good. We'll keep the mics on because we have to stall for time. We're gonna stretch for time a little bit. I guess I could just talk about my life then. Do you have anything else about abstinence that we should?
I don't even think I touched any of the points I wanted to.
I don't
care.
Let's close your laptop after showing me a picture of Anne Rand.
I know that was a weird muscle.
It's just kinda like,
that's it. This is off the cuff episode.
So
I think it should still go live, but this will
go. Well, no, it's not shitty. You just okay. So you guys can't see, but normally James has a laptop that he uses for notes and being prepared and researching. And then me, I have my phone that's on airplane mode that if it's not already in my notes, I don't have it as notes. So I just don't. I go a little more off the cuff. I'm a little more the wild card of the cop show that we are doing right now. That is called Plucking Petals. That's a podcast, and it's pretty cool, and we're all about it.
Let's shut it down. Let's make a cop show.
You want to make a cop show?
Shutting it down.
Shut it. Can we call it Shut It Down?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But what would that be a pun for? Would I like? I'd be a garbage truck, and you would be like a director. Wait, if he already has a job, why is he a cop? Shut up! Shut it down.
He's got to work 2 part-time jobs for his kid, his tiny garbage kid.
The garbage truck would be the partner, not the kid. Yeah.
Oh, the director. Okay, so the director has to take a part-time job because he wants
cop.
to know about. Yeah. Maybe he's trying to make a cop film, and he's like really involved in the cop business.
And you'd have to have a really big police car because like the
garbage
truck.
I kind of want to make this happen. I feel like our budget's a little bit low right now, but maybe we should start a Kickstarter.
Shut it down.
Call it Shut It Down. Oh,
we just gotta be realistic with our goals. Like, neither of us has ever made a movie before.
It's perfect.
If we get the money, we'll do it, but it will be bad.
It will be bad. It will not be good. We'll have to. Maybe we'll get someone else to shoot it. I can help. We can write it. We'll be okay writing. Okay at best. We'll get someone else to actually
We can just
shoot
do
it.
a really lazy joke that the garbage truck will just actually be a garbage truck and don't film any dialogue for it at all.
It just beeps. It beeps every time it's talking, and then it's like...
they do this stupid Chewbacca thing where
it's
people
like
know what it said.
It's just like that. He understands how it is, and no one else gets him, and it's perfect. But does he have sunglasses? I feel like he has sunglasses.
No,
Where would his badge be on the garbage truck?
just on the faceplate. Like, it'll say, like, Ford or whatever, and then it'll be the badge.
Okay. How big would it be? Like
It'd be normal size.
Normal size?
Yeah, normal size badge.
Oh, man. I wanna see
he would have a normal sized uniform, too. Like, it would have the tiny normal sized human hat on top of the cab.
So, like, I feel like he'd probably be a really good police officer, but the problem proceeds now is that, like, those classic, like, the criminals are running down the alley. Like, that guy's not gonna catch. It's gonna have to be the director.
No, it'll be like the director. Well, yeah, he'll have the little bullhorn.
Yeah.
With the cop hat, like the little, and then he'll be like chasing him, and he'll be like, cut, and then the garbage truck will just pull up on the other side of the alley.
I really hope. Can we have a scene where the garbage truck shoots the director like a catapult because of the dump?
The garbage truck can only act like a normal cop.
Damn it! Damn it! He plays by the rules.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's the straight man.
What's the director's name? Now I kind of want to keep going on this.
I don't know. I feel like it should be like a stone or like a single syllable last name that is also a noun. I just can't think of it.
We'll have to work on that. We'll brainstorm for garbage.
What the hell are we talking about?
For Shut It Down.
Shut It Down.
For Shut It Down's gonna be great, guys. You're gonna coming 2018 because we need to get a little more traction with this.
Let's be safe. 2074.
2074 sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll be dead, but good. We'll make it in memoriam of me.
What do you like, Kyle?
What do I
Besides
like? What do I
buddy cop shows.
I want to change my answer. What do I like this week? Shut It Down. That's what I like this week. The amazing cop show, the amazing cop movie. I want to make this a show now too.
Yeah.
I want to add Triceracop in it too, as like a cameo, just in the corner, just like not doing anything. He's part of the same.
He'll have been the garbage truck's old partner.
He dies. He dies doing paperwork or something garbage related. I don't know. But yeah, so what I like this week is having a beard. Clearly I did not come as prepared as you did with Ayn Rand altruism bullshit. But I love having my beard. It is soft. It keeps me warm. It makes me look like I'm not 12. It makes me not get made fun of.
You should have prepared by making that like rhyme and be like a rap.
I should because I am a rapper, but I didn't. On my off days, I don't tend to rap, so it hurts after a while.
With my beard, I don't look 12. I'm a dwarf and I delve. Like I got nothing.
So do you just want to write all my raps now? Because that was probably a lot better than what I can do. So I would appreciate that. What do you like having a beard for?
If I don't do anything to my face, it has a beard. That is my favorite part.
Isn't it awesome?
Like, if not having a beard took as little effort as having a beard, I don't think I'd have a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just...
Like, if I had to wake up every morning and make an effort to not shave...
Yeah.
Because I don't shave.
Yeah, clearly. You have a beard.
Yeah.
As do I.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I'm looking 19 right now, so I'm going off to college this week. I'm very excited. I'm maybe gonna go kiss some girls, show them my altruistic sex moves. Look at that, just bringing it all in.
That was not terrible.
Yep, no, it wasn't. It wasn't great. It wasn't necessarily terrible either.
In the bedroom, I'm a gentleman. The ladies come before me. Yeah. That's altruistic, man.
Yes, exactly. That is very altruistic. Okay, having a beard's awesome. If you don't have a beard, that's cool. Not everyone looks good with a beard. Some people look very scary with a beard.
Everyone looks good with a beard, but not everyone can grow a good-looking beard.
This is true. If everyone had the same kind of full beard, I'm sure they would look a lot better, but some people can't grow beards.
That is chicks included. Like, chicks would look way better if they could grow good beards.
Yeah. You guys would be a lot warmer.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just feel warmer in general now, which is super cool. During the fall months, when we're like outside, like, let's go for a walk. And I'm like, yeah. And I'd be like, it's not cold at all because I have a beard. And she's like, I'm super cold. This is a weird Tinder date. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, let's hang out and watch Netflix or something. How American
You're not Channing Tatum.
Yeah, I'm like, you're not Vin Diesel. So things change. I don't really have much to go off of this one, other than the fact that I just wanted to have something.
So I'll just talk about dwarves for a while. Like, not real ones like Peter Dinklage, but like Lord of the Rings dwarves with their awesome braided beards that they drink mead.
That takes some time.
Mead was really disappointing. No, I've had some really good mead, but like,
we're at. Is that place down by your?
Oh, the Bottle House has some really good selection. Yeah. I got one called Viking's Blood, and I mean, I know this now. Mead is a wine made out of honey, basically.
Okay.
It's just like really sweet and paired with fruit and stuff often. I don't know what I thought mead would be like when I was really young, but like Vikings and stuff were always drinking it and slamming it together.
It's basically a fruit beverage.
I just thought it would be like so dark and thick it would like slowly trickle down my throat.
Oil. Like,
yeah.
Nothing at all.
No,
Just
yeah.
fruit. It's just like a.
It's good.
a
That's just
cooler,
not what I expected.
A wine, expensive, highly alcoholic wine cooler.
I love when you heat it up, especially during winter. Like you get back from like skiing or snowboarding, and you just put some meat in the heating device.
In a heating device.
Then
Where
you
do you buy meat at? I didn't get a bottle house, but
there's out in Chesterland when I visit my parents. It's called Red Wine and Brew.
okay.
And it drives me nuts because it's red, comma, wine, no comma, ampersand, brew. So it's like they didn't use the Oxford comma,
yeah.
which I'm a big fan of the Oxford comma. I know not a lot of people are.
Yeah.
But red wine is one thing, and brew is a second. So you could have just done red wine and brew with no comma, and it would have looked great.
Mm-hmm.
But now every time I see it, I always want to be like red, wine and brew. Like, what are we talking about here? This is Beards? Yeah.
Yeah, no. I got nothing on the Oxford comma. Sometimes I'll use it, sometimes I won't. I don't really care.
I love that explanation of why you should use it, though. It's like we invited the strippers JFK and Stalin, and with the Oxford comma, it was like some strippers, and then JFK and Stalin.
Yeah.
And then without the Oxford comma, the strippers were JFK and Stalin.
I mean, that's not the worst thing in the world.
No, they're both dead.
Like I said, it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm sure I've seen worse in my day at having a beard, being altruistic.
All right, Q.
I think we're done. I don't know about you, but I'm done talking.
Yeah.
Are you done talking?
I think we did something here today.
It
was not a podcast, but we did something here today.
And it was beautiful nonetheless. And this, I feel like, just between you and me, because no one else is listening to this, I feel like this did better than our second episode. That was very
there was no
weird.
Enthusiasm.
Yeah,
I feel like I
weird.
had some good points, but it was just...
But I want to...
This was the inverse. Absolutely no good points.
So
Lots of enthusiasm.
This is what's going to happen from now on.
Yeah.
You're going to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning every podcast.
Okay.
I'm going to get a good night's rest.
Okay.
And get my beauty sleep. Maybe take a shower in the morning.
All right.
Or 2. I don't know. Maybe eat some eggs.
Maybe look something up.
Yeah, maybe look up 3 things and decide on something else that I don't care about enough to make.
I know you
podcast.
texted me your topic like a day or two ago, but you could have come up with this in the car.
I know. Well, that's the fun of it. That's the idea. Like, I can do whatever I want. I wanted to change it, and we talked about changing it, but it was too similar to previous problems. I don't even know what episode it was on, whether or not.
We did some practice episodes, so this shit wouldn't happen.
Yeah, and guess what?
Yeah.
Still fucking
All
happens.
right, that's fine.
Anyways, so I guess let's do some plugs. Do you want to plug anything?
No.
You don't want to plug
We spent
thing?
8 minutes plugging Little Dicky at the start of this
That's
episode.
true. That's true.
Like,
I
we're
guess I'll
good.
just sum this up real quick. We have an email now, pluckingpetalspodcast@gmail.com. Feel free to email us comments, concerns, questions, likes, hates, pictures, videos, Bitcoin, whatever.
Better podcast
Ideas. That sounds cool. We like to hear other podcasts. That's always fun. We also have a Twitter, plucking_petals. I am working on other websites that have us, maybe a Facebook perhaps you can like sooner or later. I'll work on that this week. It really doesn't matter. My personal plugs, Mayor Wertz, Wertz, pretty much for any social media. So come find me, either watch me take dumb pictures of my cat, tell dumb jokes on Twitter, or dumb jokes and photos on Facebook. I don't know what else. And YouTube's kind of cool. I do YouTube stuff, like make videos and play games. I don't know. I'm playing Ori and the Blind Forest right now.
Yeah, I'm like one of your views.
I know, isn't that exciting? It's so
one view.
Yeah, it's really weird. The game's weird, and I am trying to feel out this new room at the new place, so I don't like the audio's a little funky right now. I'm trying to figure out a good area to record. So yeah, so that's us for this evening. Once again, this has been the Plucking Petals podcast. With James and Kyle. My name is Kyle.
I don't want to take credit for this one.
You don't want to take credit for this one?
My name is Bob. I wandered in here.
Guess what? This has been the Plucking Petals podcast with Kyle and Kyle. Have a good evening.